All right, so our old floor jack was last rebuilt in 1958. It has several issues at current, one of which is that it leaks oil all over the place. And then the handle used to adjust it, this guy right here, it's not so much an adjustment as it is an on-off switch. The bolt underneath that holds up the jacking platform, that's actually coming undone. So it's time for, not necessarily an upgrade, but it's time for a new jack. We got this guy. We went cheap, but this is supposed to be a nice jack in terms of people like it. This is from Harbor Freight. It is the Pittsburgh one. This is the newer versions, apparently are red. They used to be gray. And so, you know, we're sportier now. And then this one, we got the low profile one because it was an extra $10. And the range on it is actually greater than the standard version. So it goes up a little bit higher than the other one and goes a little bit lower than the other one. So that's why we got it. So let's unbox this thing. Alright, so this is what it looks like with the box open. And we immediately have a handle, a two-piece handle. So this guy, this is the end right here that goes into the jack. That square part there. And then this part just clicks together. Like that. So I'm going to set that aside. And we've got some instructions here. And then the actual jack is right there. Alright, and there's that. And it says follow these instructions before operating. Turn handle counterclockwise to open the release valve. Remove 4 screws holding on pump cover. Alright, so our first step in unboxing this thing is, if you see this little plastic piece there, that should come out so that this part here, where the handle goes in, right there, this part can actually move. So if I step on it, then I can get that piece out. Then that should come up. And then you can see on the bottom there's a little screw or a bolt right here. So go ahead and loosen this guy, and what that does, this is like a set screw basically, and that removes the set screw from the little cylinder here, so that now we can get the handle down in there. Alright, so now this guy should, alright, and that's an 11/16 bolt head on here. So I'm going to tighten him down. Alright, then our next step is to take the handle and turn it counterclockwise, so that way. Alright, then now we've got to remove this pump cover, which is this square part right in the middle here. And to do that, we remove 4 screws. There's 2 right here, and then there's 2 more on the other side. And the cover should come right off. Alright, and now looking down in on the pump, we can see this is the pump itself right here, and this is the oil fill valve right here. So we want to take that off and put some more hydraulic fluid in there, make sure that's topped off all the way, and then put this screw back on here. Alright, I'll put my little filler right there, and then I just happen to have hydraulic fluid because my old jack leaked fluid all the time. If you don't have hydraulic fluid, you can get it at an auto parts store. Just gonna throw a little bit in here at a time and see how much it takes to top this off. You can see how it started to spill out there, and it just barely started to spill out. So this thing must not have had very much at all hydraulic fluid in it. And that may be why the jack is so cheap. They're saving money by not putting hydraulic fluid in here and then instructing you to do so. Alright, now what we're supposed to do according to the instructions are apply pressure to the saddle, this is called according to the instructions, and tighten this guy down. Alright, and then pump this guy a few times. And then check our fluid levels again. So I'm going to get in here and take that filler cap off once again. Alright, I'm calling that good. Alright, let's jack up this Volkswagen. Alright, so the jack goes up pretty nice. Like, it jacks up with plenty of ease. The thing is, when you go to let it down and you twist the handle, you gotta be really light with the handle in order to have, a controlled drop on the jack. Comparable to other jacks, it's about the same. It's very, very similar. So it seems like a very nice jack so far. I like this design where you just twist the handle to tighten the hydraulic pressure screw down on the bottom there. Twist it clockwise in order to tighten it, and then you can jack it up. And then you twist it counterclockwise in order to release the pressure and let it drop. Since getting the jack, I've used it for various automotive tasks, and it's performed well. It's a heavy-duty construction, it rolls well, it pumps well, it lifts things up very easily, and it's a reasonable weight at just under 80 pounds for a steel jack. How durable this jack will be is really the question, but at only $110, even if it only lasts me a few years, I probably got my money's worth out of this thing. And that seems to be product manufacturing these days, and just the way we consume things, for better or worse. Now we just got to figure out how to recycle that old jack.